So far, Vinicius Junior certainly putting himself about as the ball is played back and nicely along the Real Madrid back line. Eintracht Frankfurt under a great deal of pressure in the opening 8 minutes in Helsinki, but they're looking to attack now through the midfield. But that comes to nothing. The ball played down to the left again. Eintracht Frankfurt trying to exercise some measure of control, but it's been heavy going for them so far. And they do indeed give themselves a few seconds of rest. Ball played back to Toure. Toure with the ball again. Plays it into midfield and finds Sal. Eintracht Frankfurt building up neatly. Ball played through to Borre, but that ball runs through to Belgian keeper Thibaut Courtois for his first touch of the game, and Real Madrid will look to build again. Playing the ball across, looking to Ferdinand Mendy out on the left, but instead Toni Kroos comes inside and plays a longer, wider ball. Looking for Danny Carvajal, but Carvajal in a little bit heavily on Lens. And the Eintracht Frankfurt man goes down. No attempt really to play the ball from Carvajal, although Lens did make a great deal of it. The ball just going out for a Real Madrid throw-in, which Carvajal himself will take. He finds David Alaba, and the ball is played again across the Real Madrid back line. The ball does this time find its way to Mendy, who checks inside and again plays that ball back to his defensive compatriots. Eder Militao seeing lots of the ball so far, finding Alaba again, and Real Madrid looking to build, but that ball in between two Real Madrid players manages not to find either one. And so just a throw into Eintracht Frankfurt, and they themselves play the ball back. Both sides happy to knock the ball back to their defensive pairings, but it's a tussle now in midfield, and again the ball finds its way. Well, a wayward back pass from Alaba finds its way to Courtois, and he then in turn puts his teammate Ferland Mendy under pressure. Now, Eintracht Frankfurt immediately putting Real Madrid under pressure, but they're looking to come away and bring the ball forward. But Eintracht Frankfurt have had 3 or 4 minutes of decent possession, and they find the ball in possession again with Toure knocking the ball out wide, and Lens coming inside, switching the play neatly, looking to find Borre again, and he plays a neat through ball through, and that's the first shot of the game. I think that was Lindstrom, attacking midfielder, having an attempt on goal. Eintracht Frankfurt just managing to spring the offside trap, in fact, on that occasion, just slightly offside. Courtois called into action, but the shot would not have counted anyway. Decent strike, Courtois doing what you ask of a keeper and just palming the ball away. Real Madrid again building down that left-hand side. Ferland Mendy seeing a great deal of the ball, and he's played a neat little through ball to Vinicius Junior. But Tuta comes across to clear the ball and clear the danger for a Real Madrid throw-in. Neat skills from Mendy, and back the ball goes again to Alaba. And then across again to the right wing back Carvajal, who plays it back again. It finds its way again to Alaba, who looks to play a long ball through the channel for Benzema, who's not had much of the ball in the last few minutes. Benzema holding the ball up nicely, finds his strike partner Vinicius Junior, who goes down in the box, but that was more of a stumble than a challenge, as an Eintracht Frankfurt player goes down again to no avail. So no penalty shout for Real Madrid, who have the ball with Modric. Modric turning inside finds Toni Kroos. And Real Madrid happy to just keep the ball. Alaba again plays Ferland Mendy into trouble. And here come Eintracht Frankfurt with the best chance of the game. And that time Courtois did have to save. And that was a decent opportunity. Carved wide open. Kamada finding himself clean through on goal. But his shot well dealt with by Courtois. Lovely run by Kamada. And a good ball through to him from Lindstrom. A good play so far. Frankfurt again with Toure. Toure gets the ball again, looking to build and pick out one of his teammates. It's been a good 5 minutes for Eintracht Frankfurt. They almost find Borre through again. Now attacking down the right wing. And it's So battling with Toni Kroos, who works the ball out to Modric. Modric, not a great pass, but Real Madrid managed to keep possession. Luka Modric again with a longer angled pass, looking to catch the run of Vinicius Jr. And he does find him in the box. Vinicius Jr., great footwork, but he's all on his own. Turned round hoping to see Karim Benzema in the box, but he didn't have any support. I think the Real Madrid players didn't really believe that he could find his way clear to square the ball. But Modric again finding Vinicius Jr. in the left channel. He finds Toni Kroos, who with the outside of his boot tries to get Mendy through. The left wing back, Real Madrid's most forward player there. But Trapp, who was a target for Napoli in the summer in the Eintracht Frankfurt goal, dealing with that neatly. Frankfurt look to build again in their all-black kit up against the all-white kit. Of course, the classic all-white kit of Real Madrid. And Madrid just, Toni Kroos just robbing Alidou. So not Alidou, that was Sal in the Eintracht Frankfurt midfield. But Frankfurt do well to work the ball out to the wide and then back into the centre of the park, where Lindstrom looks to play the ball forward, but Borre loses control of the ball. And now it's time for Real Madrid to break. A lovely ball centre. That has to be a goal. Vinicius Jr.'s shot is cleared off the line. That was an excellent opportunity. Beautifully worked down the right-hand side by Real Madrid. Vinicius Jr. with a smile on his face. But it looked like Sal clearing off the line. Tuta, in fact, after Trapp was well beaten. The ball fell to Vinicius Jr. again, but he couldn't do anything with the rebound. Great confusion in the Eintracht Frankfurt penalty box, and it's a corner kick to Real Madrid, taken by Kroos, but headed away at the near post by Lenz for a throw on the left-hand side to Real Madrid. Back to Mendy, who gets the ball again, plays the ball back to Alaba, and again that ball played across. Casemiro is the outlet on the right-hand side. Played inside to Modric. He's under immediate pressure, but just turns away. The classy player that he is. Turns into trouble and then away from trouble. And Real Madrid break again through the left-hand channel, trying to get the ball through to Benzema, who does control it under pressure. Difficult control from Karim Benzema. And he couldn't quite play in Vinicius Jr. Best chance of the game so far for Kamada of Eintracht Frankfurt. Just dwelt a bit too much perhaps on the shot. Didn't strike it with a great deal of conviction into the ground, and not too difficult to save for Courtois to make. But Eintracht Frankfurt, after a tricky first 8, 9, 10 or so minutes, and now certainly having, if not the better of the game, then definitely more of the game. As the ball is played back to Courtois, and he finds Ferland Mendy. This time doesn't put him in trouble. Mendy having the luxury of a bit of space and a bit of time in which to run with the ball. He turns round, plays it to Toni Kroos, who gets it back from Modric. And Madrid looking to build again. Casemiro now, that midfield trio. Kroos, Casemiro, Modric, just playing neat triangles. As Carvajal tries to pick out Benzema once again. The ball cleared by Eintracht Frankfurt for a Real Madrid throw on the right-hand side of the pitch. Frankfurt will close down. Now trying to clear the ball, but he was charged down by Carvajal. And the ball back again with the Real Madrid defenders. Played out again to Carvajal. But that ball dealt with easily by Eintracht Frankfurt, who looked to break fairly quickly, but play is broken up. And the retreating Casemiro that was, guilty of a foul on Borre. Just caught his ankles as he tried to turn away from him. And it's Kamada, who had that earlier chance with the ball for Eintracht Frankfurt. Plays it back for Tuta and Toure. Looking to play the ball forward. Plays it short down the left-hand side. Eintracht Frankfurt playing neat triangles. Trying to break with pace when they can. But Borre just prevented from making much headway. The time by Valverde. Eintracht Frankfurt again, building down the right-hand side. The ball coming in to central midfield, where it finds its way once again to Tuta. He has Knauf outside him, but the ball is worked neatly across. Real Madrid really having to defend their box for the last 10 or so minutes. And it's So trying to break his way. But Frankfurt having to retreat. Good pressure, good pushing, good pressing from Real Madrid. But Eintracht Frankfurt still with the ball halfway inside the Real Madrid half. Tuta plays the ball out wide, picks out Lenz. But the ball is allowed to roll out, and Real Madrid quickly take the throw-in, finds its way back to Courtois. And it's Carvajal who plays the ball inside. Casemiro finds Toni Kroos, who never looks like he's under pressure, and he swings the ball out wide to Ferland Mendy, who in turn knocks it back again to David Alaba, who joined Madrid last season from Bayern at the end of his contract. Not a bad season for him, not a bad season for any of the Madridistas. And here's 80-odd yard ball, trying to find the pacey Vinicius Jr., but trap in the Eintracht Frankfurt goal, picking the ball up ahead of the Brazilian striker. And the ball with Tuta trying to get Eintracht Frankfurt moving forward again, but the attack breaks down. And it's Eder Militao finding David Alaba. Toni Kroos comes deep to pick up the ball and he swings it out. Carvajal. His attempted pass is intercepted. Tuta for Eintracht Frankfurt has had a great deal of the ball. And here's Kamada for Eintracht Frankfurt looking to break quickly. And if they play well, they do indeed manage to get Kamada in on goal again. But on that occasion, Eder Militao coming across to snuff out the danger. But the ball is not completely cleared. It's on the edge of the Real Madrid box. And the shot comes in again. Not the greatest of angles. But Sal trying to put Thibaut Courtois in the Madrid goal under more pressure. Courtois saving again. David Alaba trying to rally his troops. In terms of chances, we've had one great chance for either side. We had Tuta clearing off the line for Eintracht Frankfurt and a good save earlier on from Thibaut Courtois from Kamada. But it remains 0-0 with almost 25 minutes gone in the first half of this European Super Cup game. And a break in play as Toni Kroos, judged to have committed a foul. Sal, the unfortunate player to receive the offence as the ball is played long, but Militao dealing with that relatively comfortably. Finds Modric out wide on the right, and the ball finds its way back to Toni Kroos again, coming deep, just likes to sit in front of that Real Madrid central three and just slowly bring the ball forward. Quite happy to turn around and give the ball back to those defenders, which is what he does. The ball now played forward to Modric, who plays it back, and the ball goes across the Real Madrid defence again. Out to Mendy on the Real Madrid left. He'll be looking to get the ball forward. In fact, he checks and finds Kroos again. Kroos was under some pressure from Kamada. Didn't see a great deal wrong there, but the referee adjudged to the judges that was a foul. Kroos going down relatively easily for the free kick to Madrid. The ball played again across to Militao. He's looking for Alaba. Free himself of space, but there's only one option, and that's to play the ball back to Thibaut Courtois, who then plays the ball out to Alaba, who then plays the ball back to Militao. Real Madrid favouring the slow build-up from the back, but when needs be, if there's a 40, 50-yard forward pass to be played, then those defenders are more than happy to do it. Ferdinand Mendy gluing himself almost to the left-hand side of the pitch, and the ball finding its way once again to Militao. He swings the ball out again, looking for Mendy, but that's headed clear and out of play, ahead of Vinicius Jr. for Real Madrid throw. Ball played back to Toni Kroos, who likes to switch play. Oh, quite a collision, looks like, between Carvajal, who got up quickly. Trying to see who the Eintracht Frankfurt player is who's gone down. Looks like Knauf. He went down. It was quite. It's Lenz, in fact. It was quite heavy contact in midair, and that put Lenz off balance, and he ended up landing very awkwardly there. Quite possible that Eintracht Frankfurt coach Glasner will need to consider a change, but I'd expect Lenz to get up fairly quickly. Carvajal got himself up nice and early. Certainly no after effects from him, but Lenz currently getting treatment as the referee takes a long drink. And Lenz is indeed up and on his feet. And the Frankfurt coach Glasner just having a word with the fourth official. So play resumes with a throw-in taken by Carvajal. And the ball finds its way to Cruz, who swings it out wide. Again to Mendy. Played back to Alaba, who sprints forward a good 10 yards. And again looks for the run in the channel of Benzema. Benzema, so good at battling for the ball, comes away with the ball, gets to the touchline. But at that point, his control just let him down, and the ball rolls out for an Eintracht Frankfurt goal kick. But definitely a suspicion of a couple of fouls from Tuta on the Frenchman, who scored 49 goals in all competitions last season. Karim Benzema, Karim the Dream, winning the Champions League once again with Real Madrid. Eintracht Frankfurt on the break though, and they have the overlap. Tuta with a chance to get the ball in, and Mendy comes in to block the ball. Block the ball he does, and that ball then goes out, this time for an Eintracht Frankfurt corner. So play has ebbed and flowed for both sides so far in this match. Both sides with decent chances. Indika coming up from the back, hoping to get his head on the end of this corner from the right-hand side as Eintracht Frankfurt look at it. And the ball is swung in. Indika nearly gets his head to it, but it's an excellent defensive header. Couple of Real Madrid players clattered into each other, but the referee allows play to continue as Alaba clears with another header. And Luka Modric plays into trouble, tries to play the ball out, but is tackled on the edge of his own box. And Kamada resorting to a speculative effort from 18 yards. As Militao heads the ball clear for another throw-in to Eintracht Frankfurt. Carlo Ancelotti bringing the ball under control. Throw taken by Lenz. The 1-2 broken up by Casemiro. And it's Valverde who swings the ball from the right-hand side to the left, finds his left wing-back Ferland Mendy in some space. The ball played back to Toni Kroos, who plays the ball back out wide again to Casemiro. Back to Luka Modric with another classy outside of the right foot pass. But Vinicius Junior's touch nowhere near as classy as the pass from the Croat. And Alaba and Militao between them, having to tidy up. At the back, Cruz dropping deep once again. Ball's now with Alaba. He finds Mendy out on the Madrid left, looking to bring the ball forward, but just checks inside to Modric. Modric almost giving the ball away, but not quite. Plays the ball through to Benzema, and that's swept out wide, where Carvajal is waiting. Valverde and Carvajal now with Benzema in close quarters. Carvajal is clattered into by Lenz. And the referee awards Madrid the free kick for that challenge. Not too far from getting the ball, Lenz. Slightly harsh decision from the referee. But Carvajal managed to make it look as if it was a bit worse than it actually was. Trapp in the Eintracht Frankfurt goal, ready to defend the free kick, which Toni Kroos will swing in. And it just evades Militao, who then rushes out to the left and manages to get to the ball and deliver an excellent cross into the box. But that's headed clear again. Benzema just lurking in that Eintracht Frankfurt box for any loose ends to pick up. But the ball not quite dropping to him. It's Modric on the right, finds Benzema with the back heel, who lets the ball run with a step over. And the ball finds its way back to the halfway line where Toni Kroos is sprinting, rolling back the years, finds himself into a bit of a tunnel by the left-hand corner flag. And Eintracht Frankfurt clear with Touré. And the ball back again with Militao. He finds Carvajal, who's a lot deeper than he has been. He sweeps the ball across to Alaba and back to Militao. Neat little passing triangles between the three defenders. And the ball looked as if it was going to find its way back to Courtois, but Militao checked and found Alaba instead. And Carvajal looking to play the ball long, but that just sails into the Eintracht Frankfurt penalty box and into the wheeling arms of Trapp in the German goal. Lens playing a little bit of keep with Ndika. And Eintracht Frankfurt with Kamada able to bring the ball away. Plays the ball through Rode. Back to Lens. Lens knocks it inside, where Kamada finds Rode again. A long ball trying to find Borré, but he's caught offside and he had to go out wide. Lindstrom, in fact, it was, who found himself in an offside position. Toni Kroos just slipping as he tried to control the ball, but he manages to keep hold of possession. The ball finds its way through to Modric, who tried to thread a ball through, but it was easily cut out. And Borré trying to find Lindstrom. Lindstrom just getting there ahead of Militao, but couldn't keep the ball in. Militao very keen to get the ball rolling again. Gives it to Courtois to take the Real Madrid goal kick, and the ball is swept out wide. And Real Madrid attacking very quickly, and Vinicius Jr. has space ahead of him, cuts inside into the box and shoots across, and that just flashes wide. A thrilling attack from Real Madrid. Vinicius Jr. can't believe that he hasn't scored there, but it looks like Trapp got the faintest of touches to keep that ball out. Vinicius Jr. cutting in from the left onto his right foot, and indeed that looked like it may have snuck just inside the far post, but for the intervention of Trapp that absolutely was on its way in. An excellent save from Trapp, and here comes the corner. It's headed across, and that looks like the opening goal for Real Madrid. And it's David Alaba, the former Bayern man, who opens the scoring in the 36th minute for Real Madrid. Not the greatest of defensive work from Eintracht Frankfurt, to be fair. It looked like Benzema won the header. The ball then finding its way out wide. Eder Militao nodding the ball back in, and David Alaba 3 yards out, completely unmarked, just knocks the ball home. Trapp, after a great save from Vinicius Jr., when Casemiro nodded the ball back into the 6-yard box, Trapp was actually off the pitch. So David Alaba, with the assist from Casemiro, opens the scoring for Real Madrid. And after 37 minutes, it's Real Madrid 1, Eintracht Frankfurt 0. Let's see if that has any impact on Eintracht Frankfurt tactically? Are they going to maintain their approach of trying to hit Real Madrid on the break? In fact, they claiming for a penalty. Couldn't really see what the shout was for. Looked like a shout for handball, but nothing doing. And well, there was the immediate response from Eintracht Frankfurt, straight from the kickoff to launch a raid down the left-hand side, square the ball in. And Borre, last season's leading scorer, just unable to get a decent connection on the cross, but that would have been a stunning retort from the kickoff. Meanwhile, the ball is with Madrid. Ferland Mendy finding Alaba. And the ball out to Militao. Militao checks. Plays the ball back to Casemiro. Finds Cruz, who then plays the ball into Vinicius Jr. The ball is played back to Cruz, back to Vinicius Jr. And then out wide to the left to Mendy, who finds Toni Kroos again, and he plays a trademark crossfield pass to Carvajal. Modric looks like he's part of the back four, coming so deep to collect the ball, but the Real Madrid back four, back three, back five, call it what you will. It's three defensive players in the centre and two very wide wing backs. One of them, Carvajal, with the ball right now, plays the ball back into Modric, and Real Madrid look to attack again. Casemiro that time slowed down, and it's Lens with the defensive intervention. Carvajal will take the resulting throwing halfway through the Eintracht Frankfurt half, as Real Madrid lead by David Alaba's goal after 37 minutes. And the ball out from Eintracht Frankfurt throw-in. This is the first time that these two have met in European competition, although they did meet in the 60s, with Real Madrid winning by 7-3, and a chance for a second goal, and that ball fell to Benzema, and his bandaged hand is up to his forehead, as he can't believe he passed on a golden opportunity. Lovely ball through from Toni Kroos, who crossed the ball for Benzema. He collected the ball on the edge of the box, but drilled the ball past Trapp's far post. And that was an excellent chance, especially from a striker in such good form as Karim Benzema has been for, well, the last year and a half. Some confusion amongst the Real Madrid ranks, but the ball finds its way out to Carvajal. And the ball is swept back where Militao tidies up and swings the ball out to Mendy. Back inside for Vinicius Jr., who turns with his pace, gets to the edge of the Frankfurt box, and the ball played to Benzema again, who lines up a shot, but that's blocked. And the shot again coming in from Luka Modric, a good 22 yards out. In fact, it was Casemiro who struck the ball dropping to the midfielder, but easily collected by Trapp. Good pressing again from Real Madrid, as Eintracht Frankfurt, in fact, they've won the ball, and Madrid will come again. Vinicius Jr. brought down, and the free kick is given. Tuta, adjudged to have fouled Vinicius Jr. from behind. Seemed a clear foul. Well, it always seems a clear foul when you watch it the first time, but on replay, possibly harsh against Tuta. But the free kick given nonetheless, and there are 3 or 4 players in the Real Madrid side who you would not want to see lining up a free kick against you. Valverde striking, but can't clear the wall. And the likes of Modric and Kroos will be disappointed they didn't get the opportunity to take that one. But Real Madrid have the ball again and break again. Mendy trying to cut inside, but he's pulled back and the free kick given. Knauf on that occasion. And Real Madrid with the free kick halfway inside the Eintracht Frankfurt half, about 10 yards, just shy of 10 yards in from the left touchline. Toni Kroos, I would guess. Indeed, it is the German lining up. Has been at Real Madrid for most of his career. His free kick is headed up and blocked, but offside flag is up against a Real Madrid player. And trap as we approach the final minute of normal time, where there were 3 Real Madrid players offside. On that occasion, as we enter the final minute of normal time, Real Madrid leading by a goal to nil. David Alaba after 37 minutes. A goal from close range after Casemiro headed a corner back across goal. Trap in the Eintracht Frankfurt goal. Absolutely nowhere, left his goal completely unguarded for Alaba to tap home from no more than 3 yards. Alaba on the ball finds Militao. Good pressing this time from Eintracht Frankfurt. Courtois won't be too confident with the ball at his feet under so much pressure. But Eintracht Frankfurt finishing the first half strongly. Some strong challenges going in there. Frankfurt winning the free kick, but they can't keep possession. And Toni Kroos tidies up. Such a neat and tidy player. Finds Mendy, who comes inside. That's the furthest inside we've seen him. And the fourth official shows just 1 minute of additional time will be played. And no doubt Real Madrid will look to soak up that 60 seconds as they play the ball back to Thibaut Courtois in goal. It looked like he played David Alaba in trouble. Alaba was receiving the ball in the middle of 3 black shirts, but just spun on his heels and accelerated away from danger. Great classy act of defending. Ball out to Carvajal. Carvajal looking for Valverde out on the right, but the ball comes inside. Carvajal, in fact, cuts inside himself, but can't keep possession. Tuta playing the ball back to Ndika. And then out to Lenz. Lenz cuts inside to the midfield. And Frankfurt now content to run down the final few seconds of the first half, as the referee indeed blows for the end of the first half. And at the end of the first half, it is Real Madrid 1, Eintracht Frankfurt 0. Welcome back to the European Super Cup between Real Madrid and Frankfurt. Real Madrid leading by a goal to nil. David Alaba's 37th minute goal. The difference between the two sides. No changes at half time. Both sides lining up as they did at the start of the first. Real Madrid looking to build down the right-hand side. Comes in for Modric. But that's fairly easily cut out. And Eintracht Frankfurt looking to break themselves. Tuta was closed down by Valverde, but trying to sweep the ball out wide. Ball just played out of play for an Eintracht Frankfurt throw-in. Carlo Ancelotti nice and calm. Had to bear in mind that Eintracht Frankfurt are a good week and a half into their season. They did get absolutely hammered on Saturday at home to Bayern Munich, losing 6-1, 5-0 down at half-time, but they've put in a decent account of themselves across the board this evening, apart from that defensive lapse leading to Alaba's goal from a Real Madrid corner. Mendy raiding down the Real Madrid left. Kroos sweeps it out wide to Carvajal. Toni Kroos dropping deep again. He finds Vinicius Jr. Knocks it back to Kroos. Kroos more than happy to fill in little gaps and spaces in front of the Real Madrid defence, and he in fact plays it back to Alaba. A little bit of a tennis between Alaba and Militao. A good pressing again from Eintracht Frankfurt. Kamada pushing and pushing until Madrid are forced to play the ball back to Thibaut Courtois. Frankfurt are pressing up front with a bank of 4 players, but Real Madrid are so happy to have the ball. They're so comfortable with it. And Vinicius Jr. not quite found by Ferland Mendy. Ferland Mendy moving inside more in the last 5 minutes of the first half and in the start of the second half. But it's Sebastian Rode who comes away, and Eintracht Frankfurt trying to play in Borre, but Eder Militao just coming across, making sure that Borre could go no further, and just shepherding the ball out for a Real Madrid goal kick. Courtois with the ball now. Interesting goal kick formation from Real Madrid. 1 player on either corner of the 6-yard box, but they've kept the ball, but they've made no progress with it at all. And again, I think if Frankfurt continue to press, they could get something from the game. They had a mistake in the first half from Ferland Mendy that resulted in Kamada's shot saved by Courtois. But they could get something from this game if they continue to press. Trouble is that takes a great deal of energy. It's Rode, the Frankfurt captain. Ball played out to Lentz. Coming inside again for Djibril Sow. Plays it back to Dika. Rode again, trying to bring the ball forward. Tries to sweep it out to the left, but it's easily cut out by Real Madrid. And a nice little bit of ping pong. Modric just lifts the ball over and finds Carvajal in some space, but he'll be tackled by Dika. Dika looked like he'd conceded the throw-in, but in fact the final touch ended up coming off Carvajal for an Eintracht Frankfurt throw on their left-hand side, just in line with the edge of their penalty box. Coming up to the 5th minute passing of the second half, but that's easily given away. Ferland Mendy coming inside again, finding Vinicius Jr. Benzema coming out to pick up the ball. Modric sweeps the ball out to Carvajal. Comes inside to Casemiro. Casemiro looks to break. Toni Kroos just slows things down. Carvajal tries to speed things up again. And then back to Casemiro. Benzema in the left midfield position tried to play Ferland Mendy through, who was the furthermost Real Madrid player. But there's an Eintracht Frankfurt break on here. Here comes Borré raiding down the right, and it's 3-on-3 for Eintracht Frankfurt if they can get the ball in. But Casemiro just holding him up, and he gets away again. Borré doing a great job if he can square it properly. But the ball deflected off Casemiro and easily picked up by Courtois. Just got the feeling that Borré didn't really know what to do once he got inside the 6-yard box, as Kroos sweeps an elegant pass out once again. Plays it out to Benzema. Benzema playing very wide and very deep. He's almost playing a left wing-back role at the moment, which is strange to see from the Frenchman, given that his purpose is to score goals, which is done extremely effectively in recent years. Through to Vinicius Jr., who tries to play in Benzema. Benzema had decided to retreat, so he made the ball look pretty poor. But Eintracht Frankfurt breaking now with Touré. Just turning round to find the captain, Roda, who retreats again, finds Gibril Sal. Plays it out nicely to Lens. Lens, who was in the walls a few times in the first half. Roda once again trying to play in Borré. Lindstrom it was who was caught offside. Lindstrom trying to support Borré and just make some runs in the channels to give the Real Madrid defenders something to think about, other than having 3 Real Madrid defenders looking to defend against 1 forward player. So their runs from midfield, from Kamada and from Lindstrom, have been fairly effective so far, but Madrid attacking down the right-hand side. Carvajal inside to Modric, who plays it back to Carvajal, who knocks it back. Finding Kroos almost in defence. Modric finding Benzema, and the ball finds its way back to Alaba. He'll take his time, finds Kroos. Kroos sweeps the ball elegantly out to Carvajal down the Real Madrid right, but the ball comes back again to Militao. Casemiro turning away from trouble, finds Kroos, who finds Benzema once again coming deep. Gets the ball out to Vinicius Jr., who cut inside. Mendy just unable to get the cross in as Knauf came in to concede the free kick. Kroos just clips the ball out wide to Casemiro. And now to Carvajal, with a chance to cross, but decides to play the ball inside to Modric, who plays it out to Casemiro. And Alaba plays the ball out to Mendy. Back to Toni Kroos, who sweeps the ball inside. Madrid attacking now down their right. Ball played inside to Valverde. Modric finds Vinicius Jr. and Ferland Mendy on the overlap. Crosses the ball in, but that's what I thought it was cleared. But Vinicius Jr.'s strike on goal was saved at point blank from Kevin Trapp. Trapp didn't know a great deal about it, but managed to get the ball away with his legs. The ball crossed from Vinicius Jr. Looked as if it had been cleared, but in fact the ball was missed by the Eintracht Frankfurt defenders. And as it fell at the feet of Benzema, Trapp cleared with his feet. Great opportunity for Real Madrid, who have started the second half strongly. They lead, remember, by a 1-0. We've had 10 minutes of the second half Alaba's goal in the first half, proving the difference. Frankfurt claiming for the free kick, but some retribution claimed by Torre on Vinicius Jr. Play continues. No foul for Eintracht Frankfurt initially, or the excuse me, revenge challenge, if you like, on the Real Madrid player. But the ball is back with Alaba, trying to marshal his defence, but more than happy to play the ball back to Thibaut Courtois. Modric with a nice back heel. Alaba again with the ball, finding Mendy, and he finds Vinicius. Luckily, he checked because Benzema looked as if he was about to sprint down the channel, then checked his run. Vinicius Jr. saw that the Frenchman had decided not to take the run and decided not to play the pass and cuts inside. The ball now with Sal. Out to Lens. Back inside to Sal. Finds Roda. He finds Bode up front. Back to Roda. Neat little triangles of passes, but Eintracht Frankfurt get the rub of the ball, and Roda on the edge of the box really didn't know what to do with the ball. Militao tackled him and came away with the ball. And in fact, Kamada in retreat concedes the free kick. As we're looking at the first changes to be made. Mario Götze, German starlet, comes on to replace Roda, who's not had the best of games if I'm being perfectly honest. Götze on for Roda. Mario Götze, World Cup winner, World Cup final scorer, let's not forget. And the other change is up front. Yes, but Lindstrom replaced by Randall Kolo Muani. Signed in the closed season. They'll be looking to exploit his pace. He has bundles of that as the ball is played back to Courtois. The ball is with Militao. Plays the ball a few yards sideways to his defensive partner, David Alaba. Cruz dropping deep to pick up the ball again. And the ball is again with Militao, who plays it long, looking for... Well, difficult to work out who that was to. It was an awful pass, if we're being frank. Vinicius Jr. giving up on that. The ball sailing out of play for an Eintracht Frankfurt. Throw in. Ndika using Lens, gets the ball back from Lens. Ndika with the ball again. Tempted to go long, but admirably chose not to. Played it inside to Tuta. And Eintracht Frankfurt get the free kick. Boré not impressed with the tackle from Militao, who came a long way into the Eintracht Frankfurt half to commit that foul. And the first chance for Kolo Muani to get on the ball. But Toni Kroos, the old head, keeping him away. Kolo Muani putting Courtois under pressure. He is quick. Courtois dealing with that very comfortably, though. And here come Real Madrid again. It's 2-on-2. Benzema managed to get his shot off. It flew up into the air off the tackle from Tuta. And Knapp was able to pick it up fairly easily. But Real Madrid attacking again. Lovely 1-2 on the edge of the box between Modric and Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. looking to get on the end of it. Just unable to. And it remains 1-0. Eintracht Frankfurt looking to build up from the back again. Mario Götze trying to get in the game, but just muscled off it by Militao. And Modric playing the ball through to Valverde. Coming in from deep is Casemiro. He strikes the bar from the edge of the box. A left-footed shot from Casemiro. He runs away and smiles. But that was a very crisp move and a very crisp shot from Casemiro. The ball sailed over Kevin Trapp in the Frankfurt goal and really smacked off the bar and up and over for a Frankfurt goal kick. Best opportunity we've had in the second half. Alongside that save from Trapp from the shot by Vinicius Jr. that was just slightly deflected and kicked away. But here come Eintracht Frankfurt again. Kolomouani playing a ball to Ndika. He plays it out to Lentz. Ndika once again, who finds Mario Götze. Kamada playing the ball out to Gibraltar, whose cross is cleared. Kamada picking up the ball and plays a neat ball inside. Not quite able to pick out Kolomouani. And Mendy comes away with the ball. And under challenge, the ball goes out for an Eintracht Frankfurt throw-in. It's taken quickly. And the ball played against their defensive line. 62 minutes gone. It remains Real Madrid 1, Eintracht Frankfurt 0. Christoph Lenz with the ball down the Frankfurt left. Plays it back to Ndika. Plays it back in to Gibraltar. Finds Götze. But Knauf on the right-hand side. Playing some neat triangles themselves, but that ball ends up in the face of Mendy and goes out for another Eintracht Frankfurt throw-in. Knauf takes it, and Frankfurt played the ball back to Trapp, who doesn't control it too neatly first time. Madrid just getting a sniff of unease at the back, but Frankfurt coming away with the ball and an excellent tackle from Casemiro, just tidying things up. Went in very cleanly on Kolomouani. And Eintracht Frankfurt again looking to make use of the flanks, but the ball's played inside. Kamada finds Knauf, and this has to be a chance for Eintracht Frankfurt, and with a bit more composure, Eintracht Frankfurt would have had at least 2 goals, because once they get the ball in the penalty box, they seem not to know what to do. Knauf cut inside from the right, and for some reason tried to strike the ball with the outside of his right foot, rather than trying a shot with his left, which would have been the preference. But the ball is back with Courtois. Another chance goes begging for Eintracht Frankfurt, who really have to approach the penalty box with just a bit more belief. Frankfurt playing the ball out, but the ball at the feet of Toni Kroos. And out to Ferland Mendy on the Madrid left. Ball is swept across. Modric finding Carvajal. Back to Modric again. The little Croat magician. He plays an angled ball back to David Alaba in the Madrid defence. Just slowing things down. Just detecting perhaps that Eintracht Frankfurt have had a couple of sniffs on goal. Maybe Madrid just want to slow down their momentum. But the ball played down the left-hand side where Vinicius Jr. has managed to get in behind the defender. He squares it to Benzema, who scores and sweeps it in from the edge of the box. Simple as you like. Simple as you like from Benzema. The ball struck low across the penalty box, and Benzema scores the second goal to make it Real Madrid 2, Eintracht Frankfurt 0 after 64 minutes. I think the goal will be checked for offside. It's possible offence against Vinicius Junior. We do have the semi-automated offside system, but all Vinicius Junior did was cut inside from the left, get inside the box, square it to Benzema, right on the edge of the penalty box, and he just side-footed it home, almost central. Trap must have been unsighted because he saw the ball late and couldn't take any preventative action. So after 65 minutes, it's Real Madrid 2, Eintracht Frankfurt 0. But as I said, the goal is being checked by VAR to see if that was offside or not, as Real Madrid look to make a change, and it's the veteran Luka Modric replaced by former Man City player Rodrigo. Still waiting for the definitive answer on that second goal. But it looks like, yes, the referee has allowed play to continue, so the kickoff resumes play. And the score is indeed Real Madrid 2, Eintracht Frankfurt 0. Such simple football from Real Madrid. Just as I was saying that Alaba was looking to slow play down, he pings the ball through, finds Vinicius Junior in behind Armani Touré. He squares it to the edge of the box where he finds his strike partner, Karim Benzema, who just glides the ball home. A lovely finish from the Frenchman. And now I think Real Madrid probably able to relax a bit more and maybe enjoy themselves a bit more. But Frankfurt on the attack again. Borre just trying to get a bit of space, and he squares the ball in. It looked like it was headed goalwards, but good defensive header from Militao. And the ball finds its way back. Thibaut Courtois, who has made a couple of decent saves. But you just feel that on those occasions when Frankfurt had the ball in the Madrid box, they should have done better. With a bit more composure, they would have done. And talking of composure, a couple of defenders getting in each other's way for Eintracht Frankfurt, giving Vinicius Junior another opportunity to come away with the ball, to one of those guilty defenders. But they had the throw-in, and the ball finds its way back to Trapp in their goal, who skies his clearance to a degree, but it gets fairly close to the halfway line. Frankfurt looking to break again. Goetze plays the ball out wide and finds Knauf. Both wing-backs getting forward all night so far for Frankfurt. Knauf on the right, Lenz on the left, playing as auxiliary forwardman for much of the game. And Lenz indeed has the ball, but is tackled by Carvajal. Rodrigo's brought down by Ndika. That's his first action of the game. Just really quick, Rodrigo snuck in front of the Frankfurt player and brought down from behind. Another Frankfurt change being made. Touré being replaced by Lucas Alario. So a defensive change with the newly signed central defender Alario coming in for Touré. He'll slot in on the right of defence. Meanwhile, Madrid, almost a carbon copy of the second goal, cutting in from the right, trying to find Benzema on the end of the edge of the box, but that was cleared on that occasion by Tuta. And the score remains 2-0 to Real Madrid. Alaba in the first half, Benzema in the second, and this is turning out to be a relatively easy run out. But I have to say that Eintracht Frankfurt have put in a good account for themselves, recovering from that horror result at the weekend, losing 6-1 to Bayern. Benzema finds Vinicius Junior. He finds his way into the box and just He's so good in and around the box, Vinicius Jr. Tried to squirm away and find himself some space, but the assistant referee's flag will pull him back. Could have done with maybe releasing the ball a bit earlier, but Frankfurt have taken their free kick and the ball is on the edge of their own box. Here's Knauf, slightly less forward. Madrid down their left. Vinicius Jr., lovely one-touch football between him and Benzema. Benzema is free if Vinicius can find him, but they managed to plug the gaps there. Finds Toni Kroos, of all people, bursting into the box. Danny Carvajal with the ball, trying to play in Valverde, but Valverde, in fact, does manage to get the ball. He's got the ball inside the Frankfurt box, and he's found Benzema. Benzema was lurking, and they do get a great deal of value, if you like, from those cutbacks to Benzema. Valverde, almost down to the goal line, tried to cut the ball back for Benzema on the penalty spot, but couldn't quite get hold of him. Kroos looking to build in central midfield, but the ball finds its way back again. And Mendy. Vinicius gets away with a potential nudge, but he's found himself in a bit of space. Again, gets to the edge of the box. A neat 1-2 with Benzema, but Vinicius Jr. won't quite get there. And Diga just able to get there a bit ahead of the Brazilian striker and out for a Real Madrid throw-in. Glasner, the Frankfurt coach, trying to rally his troops. There's a little discussion in the box. Danny Carvajal always seems to be niggling and annoying someone. Just a very quick word between Lenz and Carvajal, who clashed a couple of times. Nothing malicious in the first half. Real Madrid with the throw. That goes straight out, though. Casemiro just unable to keep hold of the ball, and the throw is Frankfurt's now on the edge of their own box, playing the ball across defence. And play definitely has slowed down in terms of paces. And Dika plays the ball inside and finds Mario Götze. Knauf trying to break his way through, but despite coming into a fairly central position, couldn't find any space and gives the ball away. Madrid again playing the ball back to Courtois. No more than 2 yards away from his goal line, but he plays the ball out neatly, finds Carvajal, and almost a 1-2 with Carvajal. Courtois ending up with the ball back. Pace of the game has really slowed now. Just over 15 minutes of the game to go, and Real Madrid dictating the pace of this game. Eintracht Frankfurt not able to get on the ball, not able to put any kind of attack into motion. Götze adjudged to have given away the foul. In fact, Rodrigo brought down by Ndika. And the ball again finding its way back to those Real Madrid defenders who've seen an enormous amount of the ball this evening. But they do break. But that's picked up by Götze, who tries to get Frankfurt moving quickly. Out to Knauf. Buwani just unable to keep the ball from going out for a goal kick. Casemiro just shepherding the ball out. Getting the plaudits from Alaba. Camavinga now coming on for Real Madrid. Extremely pacey player, replacing Federico Valverde. Camavinga comes on to see if he can pick up some of the pieces in and around the Eintracht Frankfurt box, I would hazard a guess. Absolutely not a second for the Frankfurt defenders to dwell on the ball, because he'll be on them instantly. Courtois clears downfield. Good play by Vinicius Jr. Tried to turn his man, but Alario having none of it, acquitting himself impressively. Mario Götze just playing the ball back to his defenders. Alario picking the ball up again. Dika back to Götze. And a bit of space for Lenz if he can keep the ball in, but he can't quite get there before the ball runs out of play. And it's a Real Madrid throw-in with 14 minutes left to go. Real Madrid leading Eintracht Frankfurt by 2-0 in this European Super Cup game. We've had a raft of substitutions, 5 substitutions in the second half, 3 for the Germans, 2 for the Spaniards. The ball is skied somewhat. Colin Muani looking to bring the ball under control. Knocks it back to Götze, who finds Kamada. Kamada trying to find Bosse. Borre unable to pick up the ball, and away comes Rodrigo. Rodrigo, so far, I think his only contributions to the game have been to be fouled twice. That time it was Lentz. Quite late with the challenge there, Lentz. Camavinga brought down for the Real Madrid free kick. Madrid gave it away. It's Toni Kroos who gives it away midfield. But Madrid again coming away with the ball, and Benzema given instruction to play the ball out of play. And does so, as Kolo Muani is down. Not quite sure what happened to him. Gave the ball away and then was body checked by Toni Kroos, and the free kick given. Ball back in play. Frankfurt do the decent thing and play the ball back to Courtois in the Real Madrid goal. He picks it up, which he doesn't often do, to be fair. Plays the ball to Alaba. And Mendy is immediately set upon by 2 Frankfurt shirts. Plays it back to Courtois, who clears. Diga. Back to Tuta, looking up for options. Sees Kamada, who's come deep. Mario Götze trying to weave his magic. Finds Knauf down the right. Knauf gives the ball away very cheaply. And Mendy under some pressure, but Mario Götze keeps a cool head and wins the throw for Madrid. Ball comes off Kroos. Benzema apologies for a Frankfurt throw. Inside, the ball just reaching the Real Madrid box, but Benzema comes away with it. Tries to play in Vinicius Jr., but Tuta comes across and snuffs out the danger. Back to Trapp, and Frankfurt are on the move again. Kamada trying to bring the ball forward. He's got some space, but more space in front of Lenz. Uses it well and finds Kamada. Kolo Muani using his skill and pace gets it back to Kamada again, who will try and pick someone out on the edge of the box. Out to Knauf, who definitely looked for the foul, but it was nothing more than a block And Real Madrid will seek to make them pay as they break. But Benzema, not the fastest on the break. Plays in Toni Kroos, who strikes from 22, 23 yards out. Knauf has decided to stay down and make it look as if he's injured. But there wasn't a great deal in that in the challenge. It was Casemiro who won the ball, just stood his ground. Knauf decided to go down and put his own team under pressure, but Benzema unable to keep possession during the break, and Frankfurt building from the back again down the right-hand side. Back to Kamada, who's playing in a more of a retreated position in the second half since Goethe came on. Goethe with the ball now. And Lenz just unable to pick out any of his striking options. Borre muscled off the ball. And Real Madrid are quite happy to sit back and try and play long balls. Casemiro trying to pick out Benzema. And Camavinga now, the latest Madrid player to be punished for a foul. After he brought down Alario, who had gone down quite some distance. But a free kick to Eintracht Frankfurt, probably 40 yards out from goal. Fairly central. Mario Götze will take it, but I'd be shocked and amazed if he made any attempt at all on goal. Eight minutes of normal time remaining. It's Real Madrid 2, Eintracht Frankfurt 0, but Mario Götze with a free kick 40-odd yards out, floats it in. Dika just not able to keep the ball in, and the ball goes out for a Madrid goal kick. Double substitution, triple substitution for Madrid. In progress, Dani Ceballos definitely won. Anthony Rudiger in his first season at the club. Definitely stripped and ready. I couldn't see who the third player was, but we'll find out soon enough as Frankfurt look to break down the right. Bit too much pressure from Toni Kroos. Just breaking play up. And Diga will play the ball out to Lenz again. Lenz with Carvajal in front of him, plays the ball inside to Kamada. What can Kamada do now? Sal. Kolo Muani breaking into the box, but his attempted cross was easily dealt with. And the Madrid clearance picked up again by Frankfurt. Sal running things in the Frankfurt midfield. And the ball swept in from the left by Lenz. Might drop for a Frankfurt player, but slightly heavy challenge from Kolo Muani. Toni Kroos goes down and stays down, and here comes that triple substitution. So Dani Ceballos, Tchouaméni and Antonio Rudiger coming on. Vinicius Jr., one of the players to be replaced. Ceballos replacing him. Already in Tchouaméni, 72 million euros paid for him as he replaces a Madrid and Germany great, Toni Kroos. Applauding the crowd. He's given a good account of himself, come deep when needed. Toni Kroos, and now Toni Rudiger on to replace Dani Carvajal. So Ceballos, Tchouaméni and Rudiger on for Vinicius Jr., Toni Kroos and Dani Carvajal. score remains 2-0 to Real Madrid as Courtois sends a free kick upfield. But Ceballos unable to keep hold of the ball. In fact, he lets the ball go out for a throw-in. And Frankfurt will build again from the back. Lenz down the Frankfurt left, playing the ball back to Indika. In now to Sal. Kamada out wide to Knauf, who plays a nice ball into Colomwani, who in turn finds Mario Götze. Colomwani brought down in line with the edge of the Real Madrid box. Alaba just tripping him down. It looked like he was beaten, and just the wise German defender David Alaba just kept his foot out, made sure that Colomwani couldn't get any further. And it's a free kick now to Eintracht Frankfurt. Equal distance between the touchline and the penalty box. Swung over by Lenz, but swung over everyone. Courtois happy to let it go. And the ball goes out for a Madrid throw-in. Apologies, Madrid goal kick. Courtois with the ball on his 6-yard box, plays it out to Alaba. Alaba chips it forward. Benzema unable to bring the ball under control. And Kamada trying to play in Lenz down the left. But the Madrid defender has it under some pressure. And Frankfurt indeed come away with the ball. Nicely played, nice little triangles of passing. But eventually the attack broken up as the assistant raises his offside flag. It's a totally different Real Madrid side after they've made 5 substitutions. Especially their midfield has been completely replaced. Excited to see how Tchouaméni does. I doubt he'll be dropping the ball, dropping as deep as Toni Kroos was for the 85 minutes he was on the pitch. Kroos loves dropping back to pick up the ball and then ping one of his lovely curled passes out wide. But Sal bringing the ball away for Eintracht Frankfurt. Finds Lenz down the wing. Mario Götze out there on the left as well. Lenz tries to come inside, gives the ball away though. But the clearance doesn't go too far, and Frankfurt still have the ball. Kamada plays the ball out wide to Knauf. Knauf will try and cross if he can get a decent ball in. Decent enough, but a little bit too much power on it. And Lenz trying to repeat the trick from the left. And the ball finds its way out to Knauf once again on the right. Knauf cuts inside, looking to shoot perhaps. Thankfully not, but he does work his way across the box. This time shoots left-footed. Casemiro just stood his ground to block the ball. Didn't have to do a great deal. And he has managed to clear the danger for Real Madrid. That's Knauf's second foray to the edge of the box. And again, gets 18 yards from goal. Doesn't really seem to know what to do next. Mario Götze out to Knauf again. Knauf tackled by Mendy, who's had an excellent game, I have to say, for Real Madrid. Kamada knocks the ball sideways to Ndika. Frankfurt trying to play in Borre, but no dice. And a chance for Rodrigo to attack on the counter. That attack breaks down with as we enter injury time, the final minutes of the game. The fourth official signaled that 3 minutes will be added on Eintracht Frankfurt still trying to get something from the game, but Courtois out from goal ahead of Boré, slides down and gathers the ball very comfortably. Madrid leading by 2-0. Alaba's goal after 37 minutes in the first half, added on to by Karim Benzema with a very tidy finish in the second half. And it has something more of a celebratory feel about it as we wind down the minutes. 2 minutes of injury time to go. Mendy with the throw on the left-hand side for Real Madrid. Clattered into there was Mendy. Could see the first booking of the game, and that's a shame. Been an excellent match. And that's a shame. Lucas Alario becoming the first name in the book. First yellow card halfway through the 3 minutes of injury time at the end of the 90 minutes. So the game has been played in a decent enough spirit. Lucas Alario, the Argentinian defender, not quite in keeping with that spirit as Real Madrid go long this time. But the ball does land at the feet of Benzema. Rodrigo looking to get into the box, and he does manage to get his cross over, but his cross goes just behind the goal at the near post. Into the final minute of injury time. And the ball is out for a Frankfurt throw, which Lenz takes inside to Sal. Sal goes long, but no one's going to be getting on the end of that long ball. Courtois with the ball, picks it up again. Looks as if he'll roll it out to Alaba, who scored after 37 minutes, the opening goal for Real Madrid. Back to Courtois. And Madrid just running the clock down. Some pressure from Frankfurt, but Madrid able to work the ball out neatly. But Frankfurt come away with the ball and a chance for them to break. But that breaks down on the edge of the box. Michael Oliver giving a free kick for the challenge on Militao. And right on cue, the referee blows the final whistle. Real Madrid have won the European Super Cup, their first trophy of the season, beating Eintracht Frankfurt by 2-0.